Hi and welcome to the channel where we are storytelling and role-playing in Crusader Kings 3. I just started the game with the Friends and Foes DLC installed and the patch 1.7 was it? Bastion update downloaded and installed as well. There was a warning that my game, being from previous version of the game, might crash, but so far so good, so I will soon press run here and see how it goes. It will be kind of a first impressions for this Friends and Foes DLC and the Bastion update. I like the way that Paradox has chosen to handle DLC and updates. As I understand it, the DLC is mostly a flavor pack, more events and more flavor to the game, and the mechanics, they are free in the patch. I think this is a good choice. Then you will, if you want more flavor to the game, you can pay for it and support the future of the game at the same time, I suppose, because they will need to make money from it somehow. And if you're just interested in the game mechanics and pure gameplay and don't care that much about flavor, you don't have to pay anything. You can just update the game and go from there. I'm one of those players who will happily pay for more events. That is one thing I strongly feel will enhance my enjoyment. More events. Not necessarily that the events will occur more often, but more variation to them. This way I might not have to, if I get a warhorse again, maybe I can play for an entire session without having this warhorse get sick event. And also, since this my playstyle and this channel is about role-playing and storytelling, more events adding more flavor for my character and the persons around him will be a good thing, especially combined with this new mechanic of character memories that's introduced with the patch. Speaking of that, let's take a look at my character here. He's Duke Joffrey II of Barcelona, and in this series, if you haven't watched before, we have an overarching goal for our family, and that is to achieve the détente ending of the Iberian Struggle. This is a game mechanic introduced with the last DLC, I think. So we are playing into this, but we are playing into it by ways of role playing. So it's not about being as effective and good at the game as you can, but trying to achieve the détente ending while staying in character. That is the challenge here, and I suppose you can call it that. Anyway, here's my Duke, and let's see if he has any memories, because this wasn't here when last I played the game. So let's see if this works. Nothing notable has happened yet. That's fair. That means notable things has happened in his life. But since this was introduced, he hasn't done anything. So I hope this will fill up here. It would have been too much to ask, I think, to have the new patch remember what every character had been up to before the patch was introduced. Well, it seems to work, at least, so that is a good thing. And in the last episode, we took some land in a border clash against Al-Sark here. We now have some new vassals here. They hate me because I subjugated them, and they are of a different culture and different religion. So we will have to keep our eyes on them so that they won't get up to bad stuff. I also gave my knight here, my Norse Viking knight. He was a character that arrived in my court through an event. I gave him this county here, and then he went on to create a faction for independence, I think. So that's not too good of him. I noticed that I could arrest him for because I asked him to convert to our faith and he said no. But I don't think my character will arrest him for this. He is a compassionate man. So I think in his mind he rewarded this knight here for his services, giving him this county here. And then he asked him in a way like he would have told him something like, don't you think it would be best for your family and for the realm if you converted from Asatru to our faith, which is Mozarabic Christianity? And he said, no, I will not do this. I am a firm believer in my gods. And my character said, all right, that's your choice. So he will not arrest him for this. But I might consider sending my spy master to keep an eye on these people here. See if I can find some, I might be able to find some secrets on them that I could use to see to it that they don't get up to stuff. So my spy master here, he's my cousin and my strongest vassal, or no, maybe my strongest vassal is Count Gunnar here. One of either Count Gunnar or Count Milo is my strongest vassal, but anyway, my spy master here, he will go and see if he can find secrets in this count's court here that we might be able to use. I don't use this secret and hook mechanics all that much in my playstyle, but maybe I should try to see to it if I could make use of this mechanic a little bit more. Right, so we could declare some holy wars against the people down here, but I don't think that's in our... I want this to be also a kind of a tall gameplay. I'm putting a lot of effort into developing Barcelona into a prosperous high development county. We don't want to go and conquer large swaths of lands and paint the map. No, our family, we want free and independent and strong Barcelona, and we eventually want to form a kingdom. I think the kingdom of Aragon. So we do want to expand in these parts here, but not that we are not gonna look to take lands down here unless we get a very strong reason to do so in the story. Right, so let's run the game and hope that doesn't crash and that we get to see some of the new events introduced here with this patch. Oh, I have a lot of stress. Is there any way I can get rid of some stress here? I could call a hunt. That's probably a good idea. Let's do it. And maybe they have some new events for hunts. We will have to see, because now the game is running. And here we are. I don't think I have seen this illegal prey event before. Let's read it. Poachers, here in the Count's woods. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead fox behind them. We did not do this, your mercy. Their blades and bows belie their words. Yes, this, I think, is a new event, and it is good because I think I've got some 200-300 hours into this game by now, and I'm pretty sure I've seen all the hunt events that previously has been on offer. You never know, there might be some really rare events, but this doesn't look like one of those, so this is a good start for the friends and foes thing, that I get a new kind of event here. There's surely I've had similar events, so this is not a game change, but it's good to have some new text and some new situations. And my options here are I can hang them, which will decrease popular opinion but increase the taxes. Or I can say, you all seem to be excellent bowmen, which will increase my prowess because I get them to teach me a few tricks. Or I can make a stewardship challenge and say, the animal is mine, along with fines for their lives. Which might give me gold and prestige, but might give make them the populace outraged. So what would my character do? He's vengeful. That is something that speaks into that he will have them hanged, but he is also compassionate, which says that he might think that he should be merciful, and maybe them teaching him to be a better archer is a punishment of sorts, but a compassionate punishment. He's also temperate, but I don't think his temperate trait will play into any of the choices here. He's also gout-ridden and one-legged, so he's not in a bad. His health is not that good, but that isn't a factor here. I think I will go with this. You all seem to be excellent bowmen. I will let his compassionate side will win over his vengeful side here. There we are. Oh, I became a novice hunter. Novice hunter, that, yeah. It will give me some stress loss, which is a good thing, because he is using his hunting to relieve his stress. We return home reinvigorated with some more prestige. Great. Oh, my wife is pregnant. That's interesting. And here we have a new event. It is my Bishop Radolf of Barcelona. He is brave, vengeful, and lustful. Misdeeds of the Bishop. In the evening, Bishop Radolf sits in a dimly lit council room. His gaze and quill are focused upon inconspicuous expense reports. Yet, beside him lie clay molds with a royal stamp, which would only be needed if he intended to defraud the realm. To think that a man of his position would dare to act so disgracefully under the eyes of God. Disgracefully, but skillfully. Had I not caught him in the act, nobody would have been the wiser to his scheme. So the bishop here is defrauding the realm, and I caught him in the act. But this last part here sees that indicates that I am also a bit impressed of his the skillfulness of his scheming. My options here is to throw him in the dungeon, which will increase my development growth and popular opinion, because I will gain improved administrative checks. And I can say, teach me to forge documents and I will show you mercy, which will give me intrigue lifestyle experience. I am currently not doing an intrigue lifestyle, or I can say those funds are meant for me, right? Which will give me gold and some lesser holding taxes in Barcelona. Now I think my character here, this time, I'll throw him in jail. Yeah, he is trying to defraud me. Bishop or not, this is not acceptable. There we are. And I got a new bishop in my council. It's this Bishop Yatab. He doesn't like me, which is too bad, but much I can do about that. There are things I can do about that, but I'm currently using my scheme here to sway one of my counts, and my cousin Berenguer. And here's my renowned physician giving me treatment for my gout. I will go with this. It is too late for caution. She is a renowned physician, and last time we chose this, she gave me greatly reduced disease symptoms. So let's hope that she can do good this time as well. Adelaide handed me a plate with grey powdery substance on it. Apparently it consisted of ground up scabs from a person in a state worse than mine. Adelaide showed no indication of joking as she told me to lean in and inhale as much as I could. The treatment was almost as unpleasant as my symptoms, yet it seems to have been effective. While I am not fully cured, I feel much better. Adelaide here is proving to be a great court physician. She really lives up to her renown, because this is the second time she has made a risky treatment that could have ended in disaster for me, but instead has given me greatly reduced disease symptoms, which will make this gout-ridden and one-legged man live to see another day. Here's another new event. I don't think I've seen this before either. It's called Dynastic Solidarity. It involves me, my sister, Elmesanda. Yeah, she's married to man here, Banu Musa, of House Banu Musa. He doesn't have any lands. I don't really remember how this marriage came to be. Maybe it was something my father did, or maybe it was something I did for an alliance at some point. But anyway, here we have my sister, and these are some of the people surrounding her where she is, I think. Let's read this event. My sister Ermesanda constantly bemoans the vileness of her rival Ismail. Each time I see her, she mentions the snake of House Banu Musa and urges me to offer advice or aid in bringing him down. So she is rivals with this man here. He's honest, lazy and wrathful, and she is asking for my help. Well, I don't know this man, but I know my sister, so that is something that speaks into me helping her. But let's take a look at the options. This sounds like a family affair, I can say, and start a feud against the house and become rivals with this Emil Lub here. He is the ruler of Navarra, so it's close by to us, and lands that we might want for ourselves in the future if we are forming Aragon and looking into expanding up into Basque lands. So I can go with this, and this will also give me some stress relief, because I am vengeful and this man has done my sister wrong. Or I can say, how dare Ismail challenge my sister, which will only, it will not be a house feud, it will only be that I will be rivals with him. Or I can say, she must solve her own problems. It will give me stress because I am vengeful and this man has wronged my sister. There's nothing in the story to suggest that they were particularly close, my duke here and Elmesanda, but there's nothing to say that they didn't like each other either. So he will side with his sister, and I think I will, because he's vengeful, and also because it's fun. Because I don't think is this house feud something new introduced with this patch of the DLC? Because I don't think I've seen this before. I will have to take a look at if this is new content in between episodes. If you are watching and you know this, you can enlighten me in the comments if you want. But it could be fun to have a rival house here in the Navarra. It is close by, and we might clash with them later down the timeline. This sounds like a family affair. It will give us more stress gain, but better intrigue for our house. So you and Emil Lub came to be rivals when a feud broke out. Oh, this is probably my first memory then. Yeah, I have a memory now. Duke Joffrey's first memory. I don't know, what's your first memory? I think mine is bouncing up and down in one of those swings with rubber bands that your parents attach to the ceiling, and then you sit there in this. You are a baby and you sit there and you bounce up and down from these ropes. I think that is my first memory, but for Duke Joffrey it is when he, 35 years of age, become rivals with Emil Lub. And of course I'm just joking, because like I said at the start, this memories is new content since from today for me, so it's not at all strange that he doesn't have any previous memories. And here's an event with mercenaries I think I've seen this one before, so this isn't a new one. The bustling of an inn, a fine cider, a calm evening after a long day of training. My tankard is knocked out of my hand by a mercenary reeling from a blow, and all hope of relaxation drains away into the floor along with my cider. Please, my lord, the innkeeper begs. Enrique's thugs have been drinking me dry without paying for days, and their fighting is scaring the staff and guests. Well, maybe, this might be a new one as well. I thought it was another event with mercenaries that I had seen, but I don't remember this, so maybe this is also new with this flavor. Pack friends and foes. I can pay for the drinks of the mercenaries and gain lifestyle experience and decreased mercenary hire cost because I would show them generosity, or I can have my soldiers throw them out, which will increase the popular opinion in the realm for me. Well, I don't have any relations to this captain of the Andalusian band here, and this is an inn in my land, so I think that he is obliged to protect the innkeeper, because he is his lord. That's what rulers are supposed to do, protect their people, even though there are plenty of examples of rulers who's not been too inclined to do that. But no, I don't think I will not pay for their drinks. I don't see why I should show generosity to these mercenaries. I will have my soldiers throw them out. So what can we do now with this feud here? It is not a valid reason for war. I can challenge him to a fight, but since I am one-legged and gout-ridden, I don't think that is something I would consider. Maybe I could have a champion fight for me, but that doesn't seem, and it doesn't look like he would accept this. No, he wouldn't accept this. But I think, isn't it strange that, because this is grayed out, I cannot click this challenge rival to fight, because there is no chance of acceptance. But shouldn't I be able to issue the challenge? And if he says no, he should lose some prestige or whatever because there is this on decline where I will gain prestige and he will spend prestige. There needs to be a chance for him accepting before I can challenge. But this is strange. You should be able to challenge to a fight, even though the person receiving the challenge is not inclined to accept this. I can send him a poem, a work detailing their incompetence. Yeah, let's do that. It will cost me some stress, but it's the least we can do for his family, the House of Banu Musa, insulting my sister. And the poem is lauded, which he gained a lot of stress from this and lost opinion on me, but that's what it means to be rivals with House de Barcelona. Where's this sister El Mesanda? Oh, someone has imprisoned this sister. Her husband, Emir of Portugal, has imprisoned her. Well, I suppose this means that we don't like this, but my character probably recognized that Portugal is on the other end of the peninsula, and it is probably their business. I don't know what my sister here did to deserve this. Maybe it is in her memories. No, nothing notable has happened yet, so she probably got imprisoned before we started playing with this introduced. So since she is married to one of this house Banu Musa, who are now this entire house is rivals with us. And this man is sadistic, impatient and paranoid. Obeko Isis Banu Musa, her husband. But my sister's rival is not him, but this man, Ismail Banu Musa. And he was the reason that we are now rivals with this entire house. But she has a lot of claims here. Most they are all to my lands, but this man has some claims over there, but that won't help us too much. I could invite my sister to my court, but maybe it is better to have her as an agent of sorts in our at our rival house here. She can be there causing trouble. Maybe we should use our spy master to do something fun there as well. He's almost done looking for secrets here in La Rida, so let him finish that first. My spy master here didn't find any secrets in Count Rasul's court very well, you know best. So he is now disrupting schemes. Maybe that is for the best. Maybe then he can, because if they are our rivals here, might be scheming against us, and so might these counts here of House I did and House Mugitid do, because they really hate me. So the head of House Banu Musa here, Emil Lub, he's temperate, impatient, and content man, who's also scarred and a flagellant. So he seems troubled. Maybe he became a flagellant when I sent this scornful poem to him. He has became rivals with me, and he's had a son here. Oh, your house is feuding with Banu Musa. Here he is, my rival. You can take a look at the house here, right? Courageous with spear in hand, that is their words. What's our words? I don't remember. God and my family. Well, these were the words that the game gave my house. I can't think of any better right now, so let's keep them. We have been playing like, at least God hasn't been a big part of my father's and this Duke Joffrey II's personality, but the family certainly has been, so I suppose that's kind of fitting. Oh, Aldara gave birth to a daughter, Cecilia. She is my fourth child. Yeah, great. Cecilia, she is named after my sister, I suppose. Then, here's her sister, Cecilia. May you grow to be strong and wise. And here is a scheme at court. Someone is plotting to kill this courtier. We must stop the villain behind this. Let's construct a trade port in Girona as well. We have some money to spend now, and we're already building in Barcelona there. No, my court physician Adelaide died. That's too bad, because she has been giving me really good treatment. So let's see if I can find myself a new court physician. Where is the court positions? It's here. Do we have anyone good in court? No. My sister in court tutor would look like the best choice, and she is poor at the job. So can we search for a physician? Because as a gout-ridden and one-legged man, he surely needs to have a physician. Yeah, let's do this. So here we have Manel and Alamanda. They are both dressed in this. It's the kind of like the Catalan colors of our house, isn't it? It's similar, at least. These wool tunics, or whatever it is called, these dresses. They look like one of those couples that you can see that dress to match when they go out on town. So if you're really lucky, especially when people go on holidays, if you're really lucky, you can spot an entire family, you know, father, mother, a son and a daughter. It's always like this when they are dressed in this, because then they are dressed in these tracksuits, matching tracksuits. And it's always father, mother, boy and girl in these cases when you see this families dressed in matching tracksuits on holiday. It always makes me smile for some reason. A scornful smile. Maybe someone watching is part of a family that enjoys dressing up in matching tracksuits. If I offended you, I apologize. But these two look like they are doing something like that. Here we have Manel, he's experienced and will cost me 50 gold, and Alamanda is enthusiastic and costs 20. This man he has very high learning, he's an astute intellectual, gluttonous, trusting, and generous. He doesn't have the physician trait, but his high learning means that he could learn on the job. As this person here, she is a poet and a charismatic negotiator with a low learning. So maybe she is one of those physicians that believe that you can treat sickness with poetry and such things. Maybe. I don't think my Duke will risk it, so he will go with this more expensive but obviously better choice as court physician, and hope that we don't have to regret this. And maybe we should find a wife for him, because I like to get my courtiers married when it's suitable. And here is a woman his age in our lands, I suppose. As good as a marriage as any. There we go. Now we are married. And how long is my truce with this? It ends in September this year, my truce with Al-Sark here. And he is still weaker than us, so that means that maybe soon we can see about extending our realm even further. And here my Chancellor, Count Gunnar, has impressed someone. It's King Jaspert of Aquitaine. That is good. We started the game as a vassal of Aquitaine and France. I think it was the Empire of Francia then, but since then my father made sure that we became independent. But I still think that Barcelona is a de jure part of Aquitaine, so it is good that he has a higher opinion of me, because if he's strong enough he could try to he has a cause to war for our subjugation, because we are the sure parts of his kingdom. He still doesn't think really highly of me, but it's good that my Chancellor Gunnar made him like me slightly better. Oh, my sister was released from prison. I suppose that's good news. She has now resumed her place as wife to this Emir here. And now she was imprisoned again. I wonder why he keeps... Oh, my culture has discovered quilted armor. That's good, I will have to... Because I think I am the culture head, so I will have to go and see what we are fascinated by. No, this is my other sister. She was imprisoned by this Emir. Can we try to free her? No. I mean, it would be fun if we could go to war to free our sister that our rival here has imprisoned, but doesn't look like we can. Could fabricate a hook on him though, but I really don't know what I would use this hook for. Because I don't think I could fabricate a hook and use this to have him release my sister. Could I? No, there is no option for me to try and have my sister released. That's too bad. You should they should in the future, maybe they should see about, because I think there was something like this in CK2. You could go to war to free prisoners if they were close relatives, and you also could do schemes to free them. Maybe that's if you're doing the intrigue lifestyle. Maybe there's something in here. I can't find it now. There, at some point, either in CK3 or CK2, there were a lot more things you could do to free prisoners, especially since he is our rival, and now my sister is imprisoned by this rival house. It should be cause for war, or at least cause for action for us. But I can't figure out that there's anything I could do to free her or get revenge for this. Here's this house feud view, but there's not much I can do here either. I don't know what's house feud doing then. Is it just some numbers? That's a bit disappointing. He's my rival. We are rivals with this Banu Musa house. but yeah, it doesn't look like there's much you can do with the house feuds. Maybe there are some events from this, might be, and we probably will get some more prestige and stress loss if we murder families of this house or go to war with them or whatever. But I guess I will have to see. We could declare war again here against him. The truce is over. That is definitely something we should look into. He is allied to Portugal, has a similar strength to mine. I am also allied to Portugal, but last time Portugal sided with Al-Sark, and they will probably do the same now. So my ally is Al-Andalus here. He is just in a war, defending. He might be considering calling me to this war, because it looks like it just started. No, it started on 25th of July, and maybe it is not his war. No, he is allied in the war, which means that he won't call me to it. Right. So, well, my first impressions of the Friends and Foes DLC and the Bastion update. Well, it seems like it is working fine, for me at least, to play from a save of the previous version of the game, and it runs fine, and these memories here, they are definitely working. And other than that, we have seen some new events, and that's always good, fun and entertaining. So I suppose my initial impression after playing for about an hour with Friends and Foes DLC and the Bastion update is positive. I look forward to see more of the new events and what they might bring to the game, and hopefully there will be some event change connected to the memory mechanic, you know, because this is something that I have missed in the game, that I've been trying to mend with my storytelling parts, that you can have one event with a character that makes you like the person or dislike the person, and then it might give a slight opinion boost or something, but other than that there is nothing in the game to mirror that this happened when you next encounter this person. So you can remember this yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do when I play, to give flair and flavor to the characters. But if the memory mechanic can connect events through time, well, that is it. I hope this will be uploaded Saturday, and my usual schedule, the schedule I'm keeping to at the moment, is I'm trying to upload this Iberian Struggle on Saturdays, and my House Corp Norse Let's Play in Scandinavia with the Vikings is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But hopefully, if I can finish it in time tomorrow, Sunday, I will upload a different kind of video, more like a tips and tricks for role-playing. Things that I have learned and I think developed since I started my channel. Might be interesting if you're into role-playing yourself, and if I will not promise, I can't promise that it will be on the channel tomorrow, but my goal is to upload this on Sunday, so if you're interested, keep an eye out for it. And also a good way to get notified when I upload stuff is to subscribe to the channel, and subscribing also encourages me to keep on doing this, because I'm doing this for my I'm not doing this with a goal to become a great YouTuber, just mostly to entertain myself. But I really get encouraged when I see people subscribing, and it's good to know that there are a few out there enjoying my playstyle and my storytelling and my role-playing. So if you want to see more, subscribing is a good way to increase the chance of that happening. That being said, thank you for watching, and goodbye.